Okay. Hello, everyone. Good day and happy, marvelous Monday. If it is Monday through Friday, it is Monday spent with One Global Movement. As you all know, One Global Movement is here for everyone, for families, but specifically for our young people, our children, with a focus on the young woman. And we are so grateful that this platform is getting better and better. And because of Unpassive, we are here as a global family trying to see what we can do to help our children, to provide them with the tools they can use to build on their hopes and their dreams. And Unpassive found upon the foundation of Oh Bless. It is the same thing to here with One Global Movement, blessing children. And of course, you cannot bless children without blessing families. That's why we are taking the Oh Bless and other high products like Academy and all the products of Unpassive to the world so that our children should know that there is always better out there. They shouldn't just think that, oh, I have seen this. Oh, this is the same thing they are doing. But this is different because we are going to make it different for children. Sometimes we're going to fail, but in that failure, we are not giving up. We are going to fail our way to success until we find the right thing. And we want our children to know that failure is not a crime. It's not a bad thing. We are humans. We are bound to fail at one point or the other. Failing something now or today does not mean that you fail tomorrow. The only failure comes when you give up on yourself. Remember that. When you don't give up, guess what? Don't put yourself down because know that you're succeeding in other areas. The fact that you don't succeed in that thing, that particular thing that you want right now, does not mean that you are a failure. So thank you guys so much. Remember, the greatest book of wisdom says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Stand up, defend the rights of the poor, the hungry, the homeless, the destitute. And that is why we are here. Children are the most vulnerable in life. That's why we are here behind our children to see what we can put together to help our children so that they know that there is help somewhere. They know that they are not the only ones going through those situations, but they have the hope that coming through this path with Unpassive, there's a lot we can do. So everything that we are doing here is under Oh Bless. Oh Bless is the foundation for our children, gifting them, helping them. They already have their natural gift, but we need to add onto that to show them ways that they can use all these gifts to grow themselves, to grow their families, to grow their communities and their villages, and why not the whole world? Because when we work from the foundation of Oh Bless, stretching a hand out, a voice for the voiceless, standing up, just being present, there is something so powerful that it will help our children and at the same time helping us. We are helping ourselves here, but at the same time, we are standing up for our children. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for our wonderful audience. Thank you, Yvonne, Corrina, and Esther for being here with us today. It's always a pleasure to be here together, knowing that we are in this journey together. Because of the various endeavors and initiatives that you guys are carrying on, is still all blessed, blessing our children worldwide. So, our subject for today, our topic, it's a very interesting topic. It's a topic that a lot of our children have to deal with. Some of us dealt with before. It's peer pressure. Peer pressure. So the question goes is, what is peer pressure? How does it affect youth? And how can Unpassive help peer pressure? How can Unpassive help our children to do this? But remember, peer pressure is not all negative. It is also positive, but that's why it's called peer pressure. Some is good, some is not good. So Corrina is the one talking on peer pressure today. Let us hear what she has to say. Thank you so much, Corrina. It's your turn.
Thank you, Dr. Yvonne. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. Please bear with me. This is a subject that I haven't really even known about since 1980. So I'm going to do my best on what peer pressure is. And thanks for bearing with me on it. It is what it is. So we have, what is peer pressure? Okay, so peer pressure can be very real and difficult to navigate when it is constant in your young lives in school or at home. Your peers, friends, or family can put pressure on you in many different ways, positive and negative. Maybe your peers or friends at school are pressuring you to do drugs or drink, or maybe shoplift, things that you don't want to do. If you're being pressured to do anything you're not wanting to do or feeling uncomfortable, um, pressure on anything you are not wanting to do, pressure from your friends or your peers, ask for help from your teacher, principal, family, or whoever you trust. Tell them what you're feeling and who's pressuring you to do whatever it is they're trying to get you to do or talk you into. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's important to feel safe and listened to, and we're here for you as well. And passive can help with peer pressure. We have many solutions in on passive that our youth, sorry, got stuck there, that our youth will be using every day in school. ONET is a social platform that they can communicate with their friends and talk to about peer pressure if they're experiencing it. Our mail allows you to send a private email as well if you need to ask privately. Tracker can keep track of everything for the police if they need IP addresses, etc. I'm not techie, so I'm not really sure. There's a lot to do with that they can use. The security is top notch, so the authorities can use the solutions in on passive to track and find the offender if need be. There's the group you can or a club you can set up in ONET. It can help others maybe going through any peer pressure from other students or family. It can be a safe place to gather, communicate with each other about what you're going through. If you need to ask or reach out for help, ONET can help with that. Being supportive to each other is very important. So you know, you are not alone, and you can ask for help. There's a lot of options in on passive. Connect is somewhere you can get together face to face with peers, friends, or family and talk about peer pressure or anything else you want to discuss. The options are endless. Just know you do not have to do something your peers, family, or your best friend is asking or pressuring you to do for them to like you or respect you in a social group. If they were your friend or cared about you, they would never ask or pressure you to do anything you don't want to do or feel uncomfortable doing and are not ready to do. They are not your real friends if any are making you feel pressured in any way. There are 6 types of peer pressure: spoken, unspoken, direct, indirect, negative, and positive peer pressure. Sometimes the peer pressure can be positive when a friend is pushing you to study harder, to get better grades, or getting a job after school, or convincing the friend to do the same, or saving money for a big purchase like a car, and encouraging a friend to do so as well. A friend to do or saying to do the same, or just disapproving of bigoted jokes or gossiping. So with positive peer pressure, sometimes your friend can influence you to make better choices, like stop biting your nails or stop swearing or smoking. It's nice when your friend has your back. I feel on passive has my back and yours as well. It will be a staple for us to go and learn, grow, enjoy, and love together with on passive solutions now and in the years to come. On passive and all its solutions are here to stay. Direct peer pressure, I will use Onpassive as direct peer pressure in a sense, as it's when a person or group directly seeks change. Then that's exactly what Ashwin Farah did when he had a vision and brought it to life and called it Onpassive. Ash with Onpassive is directly seeking change. So Onpassive is a positive, direct peer pressure. Jump in and see for yourself. You won't regret it. Stay blessed, stay empowered, and stay focused and plugged into Onpassive. And most of all, have fun and share and no pressure. God bless.
Thank you so much, Corrina. That is so beautiful, beautifully written, beautifully researched, and that is so natural. You just spoke about it as it comes naturally to all of us, to our children, and that is the direction that we need to go. No, not artificial things. And you said, Onpassive's got your back.
Yes.
Onpassive has got my back, and Onpassive has got your back.
Yes.
Onpassive is direct peer pressure, but it is mostly positive. And thank you so much for saying it that way, because the pressure in Onpassive is pressure that builds our children, builds all of us. It's not bad pressure, but the pressure that most of our children face is what is called social pressure, social acceptance, the desire for approval. You know, even us adults, we always want to be approved. Is this what I'm doing? Is it correct? But the thing that we need to build in place here is to build what is called self-confidence. And also to let our children know that when you fail something, it's not a crime. I know I'm guilty that when my son failed something, I said, no, you could have done better, blaming people. We need to deviate from those things because they don't help. They make our children feel the pressure more. So if we build that in them, when they feel the pressure in school or in their peer group or whatever, they will know that, you know what? No, I will get there when I get there. I will understand this when I understand, and I will pass this when I pass, just so they're doing it from a clean and a good heart. And we thank God that Onpassive is here with a lot of things for us to do. Onpassive has put pressure on me a lot. And then I am learning and clicking things and doing things that I wasn't able to do. That is peer pressure. And now, but that is positive peer pressure that is helping me. So you guys go ahead and let us carry out the conversation so that our youth can understand from different perspectives. Thank you so much, Corrina.
Thank you, Dr.
So I just want to
Yvonne.
say that is an awesome presentation, Corrina, and I especially loved how you turned to the positive side of it, because it always comes out as a negative thing, but when you demonstrated that it can be a positive thing, encouragement and uplifting, that is what we must all. I guess almost everything in life has a negative and a positive aspect to it. So great, Corrina. Thank you very much. I really love that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, because the thing is,
Thank you, Yvonne.
like we always say that inside of everything that we are thinking in our head that is negative, there is always a positive thought in somewhere that we are not seeing in that present mindset. But if we calm down, we are patient, we know that things will happen because it's part of life, we will always find a positive in a negative. Even when somebody is yelling and screaming at you and calling you names, there's always a positive. You're not going to be like somebody screams at you, you scream back. No, you know better because you keep quiet. You don't know why that person is screaming. You don't understand. We keep quiet. And there is always, I am so grateful the way you came out with this topic. It is always peer pressure. In peer pressure, in school or in the community or wherever, they're doing this because a lot of time kids they are trying to form their identity. They are trying to find where they belong in society. It's not a bad thing. We were at that point too. But in finding that identity formation, we want to be able to make sure that we put resources in place, positive resources in place that they will use, so that when they do meet with some of these things that are negative, they will know that these other peers or classmates, they didn't know any better, because that's what they're doing. They didn't know better. So we can then begin to interact with them in a positive way, not shun them, not look low on them, not accusing them, not thinking that they are bad. No, because we all have those things in us because we are all human. So that is so important that we know that identity exploration and formation is something that is very, very pleasurable on our young people. So adolescent is a time of identity exploration. We all need to know that. Peer pressure can play a role, a big role in shaping how these young people perceive themselves and how they express their identity towards other people. It plays a big role. Nobody is magic. We all went through those steps, and we need to let them go through them so that they know that whatever they encounter in school or in the community or in a group, it is just that is the way life is. We look for a better path to follow so that we don't get that peer pressure a lot. So you want to go again, Corrina or Yvonne? I know Esther says she's not feeling well and she won't be able to talk.
Well, as always, it's necessary to for the adults around to have that relationship with the young person so that they can get feedback. They can turn to them and say, "What do you think of this?" I mean, it's a conversation that's ongoing. As soon as the person has that challenge, peer pressured or whatever you want to say, they're going to come to you and you're going to be able to, sustain what their feelings are in a good, positive way. It really is an ongoing situation. It's not a one-time thing. These are the rules and you live by it. No, peer pressure can come from any feel. And as Corrina says, it can be positive, and you're going to want to check that out with your adult person, your caregiver. And it can be negative. You need help either way because, you need input from other people who a little bit further down the road than you are. So that's what it is about peer pressure. It's going to be always there for young people. And when they have a safe space to come and parse it, to discuss it, to get input, as I said, then the challenge is less for them. They don't have to be out there alone fending for themselves. It's a terrible feeling to be by yourself, even when you're grown up, much less as a young person. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Yvonne. It is really a terrible feeling to feel that you're by yourself. We feel it even as adults, parents. We feel that. I feel it all the time.
Absolutely.
But knowing that, like when I'm here, if I don't see you guys, already I have pressure. It's like, oh, what am I going to say? Because now I know that you guys are here to hold my back, and I'm also here to hold you guys' back. And if I don't, that's already automatic pressure. And the way that Corrina brought it out, Corrina, I am really so grateful because you look at it from two different perspectives. Not everything that is negative is actually negative because of our own thinking or our own experiences or our own life. Not everything. Like me, I grew up to begin to appreciate what my father did to me. And I took care of my father with love and happiness because without my father, I would not have been here today, even speaking. He made me to stand up for myself. He made me to do things on myself, to gain that self-independence, knowing that you can do your own things instead of depending on others. So when we talk about emotional well-being, stress and anxiety, pressure to conform or to engage in risky behaviors can contribute to stress and anxiety. Some of this peer pressure is not from other people, or it can be from other peers. They can say, okay, let's go jump into a lake, or you don't know how to swim and you think it's fun and you join, then it's going to hurt you. That is peer pressure. But the other person was telling you because that is an enjoyable activity without knowing if you know how to swim or not. You think, oh, it's easy. Now it's pressure on you already because you didn't know how to swim, but you followed. It's all up to you to say, no, wait a minute, I don't even know how to swim, so I'm not going to jump. But then positive peer pressure is essential. Take, for instance,
I know a few people like that, DrYvonne. Thrown into the deep end.
It's okay. You're in school and there is sports. Your friends, they love you. They really like you to join in sports. They don't see you doing any sports. Sports is a good thing. Who doesn't love it? I love it. I used to play what is called girls basketball, even football, the soccer, the so-called soccer football. I used to play. And then I would be trying to get my girls, my friends, to get involved in it. That's peer pressure, but it is positive. It is so positive. We're trying here in One Global Movement. We'll come to a time where we'll get our young people to learn how to cook their own meals, so they don't have to depend on fast foods. or on unhealthy meals. That is pressure, but good pressure because you're doing something. There is nothing that we are doing that is not doesn't have pressure in it, but it depends on how we take it. So it is so important. And you can talk about like a parental and adult influence, balance with influences. Why peers are significant influences, the role of parents, teachers, and other adults remain very crucial. Think about the homework. Think about the homework and the project that your teacher is asking you to do. And you'll be, she gives a lot of homework. That's too much. Why is she always giving homework to people? Guess what? It's for your own benefit because she knows that it is necessary for your own education and for your own growth. But it is still pressure. Anything that is pressurable, that has pressure on you, turn your mind towards the positive. You must have deviated a lot of things that people think that there's a lot of peer
Yes.
pressure on this. And then you have development of social skills. It's peer pressure. Dancing, for instance. Dancing, some people don't know how to follow the rhythm. And they feel pressurized because they have to learn it to follow the rhythm. In simple things, it's not even in things that are manufactured, they are right there. Look at this show. We already have to have that pressure. We have to prepare. Remember that. Prepare before you come to deliver. And in delivering it, there's still pressure. So it depends on how we take it, but it starts from the home. What are we telling our children? Some of us are learning not to do it the way our parents did, not because they were wrong, because they didn't know. We are learning to do it better. Corrina came this morning. She did the best, absolutely great, but she was already having pressure. I don't know if peer pressure today is different from I used to experience. Now I don't even know what I'm going to say. I say, calm down. Whatever you're going to say, it's going to be right. It's going to be right because you don't know. If you say you don't know,
It's been 30 years or more.
that you don't know. And we will learn and then we fail or we success together. None of us here knows it all. Okay. And that's why we invite everybody on this platform. If you have something to say, hop on here onto the stage and express yourself because all children in the world, they are hoping and waiting to hear from all of us, not just those on the panel here. This is a place where we teach children that you have choices. You can do whatever you want so long as you're respectful, you're humble, you have a good heart, you have empathy, you have sympathy. So we need to do this together, carrying our conversations with our children like we are friends, we are family, not like so tense and so commanding and say you need to hear this because I am your mom, I am your dad, you need to hear this. We are not here for that. So that is so important. And I don't know, should I start to read the chat?
Yes,
If
because
that's
there are some long comments in there. Yes, yeah.
okay. I will start to read the chat now. We have Pravin, thank you so much for being here. And we have Ayatu Gosh. I don't know how to pronounce those names. And then we have Fabian, thank you, Ayatu Gosh and Fabian for being here and contributing. Thank you, Ashid. We love you so much for coming here today. And we have, thank you so much, Neil, for always being here with us. We really appreciate you. And he's saying hello to me there. Thank you again, Anil. And Yvonne says, give young people an elevated life goal to aim for, and they will not easily be influenced by negative peer pressure.
That's true.
Certainly it's true. That's why we need to continue to tell our children that they have greatness within them. You're not just telling them,
Yes.
because that is what is coming
Believe
from
in
your
yourself.
heart. What it comes from your heart,
Yes.
I bet you those children will take it. Whether you say it
Yes.
when they're out of home, that you're saying it as you go, you're going with greatness, you're returning with greatness, you are praying and
Yes.
you're wishing for the best. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
starts from the home. So thank you, Stacy, for being here again today. We love you. And thank you, Katik. You guys are so highly welcome here. And Yvonne is saying hello to all of us here and our new people here in the audience. We welcome you. Thank you, Sienna, for being here.
Hi,
Sina,
Sienna. Hi, Sina.
for being here today.
Hi,
How are you,
Corrina.
Sina? Thank you so much. Then we have Giri Malapa. Thank you so much, sir, for being here
Please.
again. Thank you so much. And we
Mhm.
have Mogleso.
Stacey.
Mogleso, thank you so much for being here, sir. Come again. We are here together helping children across the globe. Thank you so much, Sajurani. Sajurani, thank you so much. You guys have some beautiful names that I need to learn how to pronounce them.
Yeah.
Our man, John Barilla is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart. Welcome. Let's listen to
Sanjurani.
today's topic. Thank you
I
so
can
much.
say that.
Corrina.
Sanjurani. I think Sanjurani. That's very beautiful.
Yeah, that's a
It
beautiful
is,
name.
yes.
Yeah.
What is peer pressure and how does it affect youth and how can Onpassive help? We heard that topic. And you can also go to Facebook and we keep educating, YouTube. We keep educating ourselves over and over because these are things that we need to keep reminding ourselves and our young people, our children about. Good morning. Corrina says good morning to all of us here. Thank you so much,
Thank
Corrina.
you.
Please participate in the discussion, folks. Type your comments about peer pressure on today's youth and how Onpassive may be able to educate the youth about this. I'm so just happy
Thank you,
where we
John.
are today with Onpassive because
Yeah.
Onpassive was built with children in mind.
Mhm.
Because if you want to raise a generation of adults, you have to start with the children, raising them the right.
Yeah.
And for Mr. Ashmufara to give us this variety. We here, I know that our best product here is Obless and Academy, but all the products are good because if
Yeah.
you think about Onet, it's a social media platform for young people, clean, secure, and safe. That is what we want here. Having a big life goal can act as a powerful deterrent against succumbing to peer pressure. When individuals are driven by a significant and meaningful objective, they are more likely to make decision. Yes, and we are here to imprint that into their heads so they know that they have greatness within them. They can
Mhm.
do things. They don't have to wait for somebody, and they do things that come from their heart, not the one that somebody is forcing onto them. And if
Yes.
you don't know how to find what is good for you, come and carry out a conversation with us. We will bring that out for you. You'll be surprised and shocked that,
Mhm.
oh, I had this all along. You were just neglecting it or minimizing it. I know. I want to do better. Big, big goals. They're not
Yeah.
going to come from heaven. They are coming
Mhm.
from within you. If it is to sweep the street or doing gardening like me, yes, do
Doesn't
it
matter. Doesn't
and
matter.
do it with love. It does not matter. Don't look at another person, admire your own things. You can be grateful and learn from somebody, but do what you
That's
love
right.
to do.
Mhm.
And we have all of this in Onpassive. You have to find your space in Onpassive. There is more than
Your
enough
lane.
variety, something that has never been done before. So let's continue to do that. Align with their long-term aspirations rather than yielding to the immediate influence of their peers. Certainly, yes.
Mhm.
Align with who you are. Who are
Yeah.
you? Where are you from? Where are you? Where are you going? What do you have in your heart and your hands that you want to do? Let us talk about it here.
If you
So,
don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going.
yes,
So you
certainly.
have to find out where you are.
Yes, certainly, Corrina, that's true. That is so true. It is true. And we
Yes.
are here to help our children find that out and encourage them to focus on it, not just trying to be like oh, let me be like her too. Let me be like him. No,
No,
don't
no.
be
No.
like nobody.
You're
You are
perfect just the way you
created
are.
with unique
Perfect that.
gifts. You are a unique individual.
Yes.
You have been given uniqueness in everything that you want to do. Don't try to fool yourself because you're going to be putting pressure on your own self by trying to do another person's dream when you can build your own dream because you have it. So greetings and welcome to attendees. So Yvonne is welcoming everybody here and empowering and exciting webinar. Thank you
I
guys
miss
so much.
Dr. Benny. Where's
Keep
Dr. Benny?
coming. We
I see
need
her.
we need everyone here because the issues about children is a global thing. It's not just from one person. So let us keep assembling here and do these things. Do it when you can. But if you have something so urgent, especially for your family and your children, do it first before you come
Mhm.
and take good care of your health because we want you
Absolutely.
healthy. And when you're healthy, you're going to be wealthy. Unpassive has
True.
proven that to us.
That's
So
right.
Levi, thank you so much, Levi. Morning, giving us the salute here this Monday morning. We welcome here from you. You're from South Africa. Hello, my brother from South Africa. Thank you so much, Levi. And Yvonne is greeting everyone here. Levi, failure is
Failure
not
is not
an
an
option.
option. That's
Yes,
right.
it is. In it to win it. Thank you, brother. In
Mhm,
it, and it's true. If you say it with your heart, it's going to happen. I bet
mhm.
you. Aloha from our sister Anne McClemore. Hello, Anne. And John said, okay, folks, as you listen, please comment. Thank you, John, for always encouraging them. And they are doing a great job now commenting. Give your
Mhm.
comments. We really appreciate those comments so that we can do better. The kids can do better too.
Yeah.
And Corrina says, hi, Praveen,
Hello.
Anil, and Stacy. And if I'm missing any new person, please, you guys be my watch here.
Yes.
Peer
So
pressure
far,
is the
you're good.
influence exerted by members of one's peer group to conform to their attitudes, behaviors, and
Sradna.
expectations. And you pick and choose. Pick and choose what is good for you. Don't let nobody talk you down on anything. Be very focused, laser focused on you. Because if you don't focus on you, you can't even help even your own brother or sister. Be laser focused on your goals and your dreams, and then
Mhm.
you can help another person better.
Strata is new, isn't she?
Hello,
No, no. Strata.
Bon Shewa Saul, how are you? Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. We highly appreciate your presence. Come again. We are on Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime. John says, yes, listen to Yvonne telling us about the topic. What is peer pressure? Good and bad. How does it affect the youth as they deal with? Yep, in everything in life, there is the good and the bad. So Yvonne is welcoming Shraha Neda. Okay. And then thank you, Sahid, with those beautiful, loving hearts there. And then we have Ashok. Thank you so much, Ashok. Unpassive is my heart. And oh, wow, yes, Unpassive is changing this planet. Thank you so much, Ashok. It is certainly true. And we're changing it. It is our own thinking, our force, the what we are doing now, standing from behind Mr. Ash Mufara and Unpassive, that is going to take this to the entire world. We are the footprints
Mhm.
of
For sure.
Unpassive.
Yes, the shock is right. We
And
we are going to take this.
hello, Levi is saying hello to Precious, Deborah. Thank you for being here today, Precious and Esther, because you guys have been away and a little bit not under the weather. But we thank God for you guys being here today. And Dr. Smiley Benny, where are you? We see you in the chat, but you're still contributing. That's good. And then we
Yes.
have Mahmoud Sahid. Thank you so much, Mahmoud, for being here. Dr. Benny, greetings to all of us here. And let me see here. Am I missing anything? Says Yvonne says that is awesome presentation, Corrina, especially how you demonstrated the positive impact of peer pressure. Yep, I think so too. Very,
Thank you.
very positive
Yeah.
presentation today. You know, so now it took the pressure off your shoulders. You're doing the
That's right.
you are doing the right thing after all. So thank you so much, Dr. Benny, for
Thank you.
saying hello to all of us. A lot of our youth give into negative peer pressure just to fit in and be cool and to be seen and heard. Yep, we agree. And a lot of them are confused because we, the parents, somehow did not know what to do when we are raising them. But now we are finding and searching, and we've been provided with a lot of ways in Unpassive. Remember, Unpassive is built upon the foundation of all blessed, doing good to humanity, doing good. And this is the good that we are trying to help ourselves and especially our children with. This is so, so important for all of us. And we have Ravindra Guda. Ravindra Guda, thank you so much for your poetic reading. We really appreciate you. Am I missing anything? And John said, be aware that your children may be having a difficult time dealing with the peer pressure. They may be experiencing discuss any issues you may be aware that they are dealing with. And remember that as we talk about these children, they're having hormonal changes. Their hormones are changing. and they are trying to find their identity. So a lot of things are going on within their bodies that we don't understand from the biological standpoint. We don't understand. We need not to yell, to scream, and to discredit them because those hormones alone. Think about me, a woman having a period. Do you know how crabby I can be? Do you know how that put pressure on me?
Yep.
Then think
I
about the little girl that is having period for the first. Think about their hormones. Just think about when you're not listening to them, when they want you to listen. That is, they are finding their identity coupled with their hormonal growth and changes. It's really a big thing that we need to really consider
It's a
before
roller
even
coaster.
talking to them. Anyhow, so peer pressure, as I says, is a two-edged sword. Most times, peer pressure is more of negative on the young adult. Peer pressure could come in the form of meeting up with what others have, and if parents cannot afford. That is so true, Esther. We, the parents, should be the first teachers. We brought these children into this world. Even if we adopt them, we need to help them. I've thought that the children start looking for other ways to meet up and look like others. In the process, they may get into unhealthy activities. Thank you so much, Esther. We need to teach our children to be self-sufficient and enough for what they have. If you have to repeat a pair of shoes, I repeated a dress until it was torn. I didn't care. People were laughing at me. I never even cared. They laughed at me. I wore it even more. So that's the way you're supposed to do it. Don't care because nobody knows your situation, and they don't even need to know. They need to focus on themselves, not on you. So let that pressure go away. If you don't know how to let it go away, talk to an adult that is caring, that is concerned, that will listen to you, and definitely we are here for that. Thank you, Dr. Benny, for welcoming everybody again. We are almost there. The negative of peer pressure can be to drink alcohol, take a recreational drugs, steal, and have sexual interactions that they are not ready to deal with the consequences. Certainly, a lot of peer pressure is they're telling you, you are already 21. Take some alcohol, take some beer. You're a big boy. Do you have to depend on your parents? Don't listen to that. Or they say take drugs. Or they say go and let us do this. Let us rape this girl. Or let us get them drunk and then we can rape. Don't do that. You are tarnishing your own image and you're putting that pressure on yourself by yourself. Those things are not good. Be a decent gentleman and a woman. And we are here for that. We are here. We are very, very private here. Our concern here is for children and nothing else. Knife crimes that go on among youths these days, even gun violence, it is a lot for our children. They're confused. And if you see all of these things here, this comment, it means that we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. Go ahead.
But that is why it is so important that all young people everywhere learn about Onpassive, because Onpassive is such a worthy, big place for them to come and explore who they are. They won't have time to think these small things. They won't have time to think that there's not enough abundance to go around in the world. Onpassive is going to make them see that nobody has to hurt anybody else to get anything. You can learn here. You can innovate here. You can be welcome here. Look at the family that we already have. Can you imagine as it keeps growing? They are going to feel so empowered. And that is what young people need to know. Options, good options, right? And this is our job to present it to them. So we have to find ways of catching up quickly to let them know, come here and explore who you are. Bring that gift that you are to the world and come and present it here.
Thank you.
Right?
Yep. Certainly. Everything is in Onpassive. Just come there, like she says. You'll be so happy that you did, because you have everything right there. You have everything. So Esther says, whatever you need and whatever is your worry, your parents, your career, and everyone whom in your heart you believe can give you good advice will help you. Onpassive too is one of the places, because we are there too as a parent. Yes. And then Melanie says, peer pressure becomes bad when it's negative. It is often related to influencing behaviors, drinking alcohol, drug use, and negative body image, all of which are harmful to the well-being of a child. That is so true. And Melanie, I'm so happy. I will add this one. Our young girls in particular, they go through eating disorders, bulimia, and
Anorexia.
yes, because they're looking at these body images that are portrayed in Hollywood for the sake of money.
Yeah.
And they want to copy. In so copying, they get into this binge attitude of eating and then purging themselves. They get sick. They want to look thin. Look at me. I'm not going to care to change this body. I'm big. That's fine. I'm happy because I'm alive. You know, so be grateful, but it's good to eat healthy. It's good to exercise, but
Yes.
more so thinking. You can exercise a million times, but if your thought is distorted, that is not going to help.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
and join Onpassive. Let us look for ways. Let us begin to go into schools when time comes and talk about Onpassive. That's why we learn the products well, so that when we go out there, we go with beautiful slides that these kids will begin to see. Even the principals, they'll be happy that we came this way. I'm telling you, what
Yes.
we have been blessed with by Mr. Mufare and Onpassive, it's a blessing of a lifetime. And so we
It
are really
is.
grateful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
our children need to enjoy. My son is already there. I enroll all my family, all my nieces and cousins, and I
Yes.
continue to do so because
Yes.
charity begins at home. Then now
This
I
is
position people all over the world to begin
yes.
to build those Gmail accounts so that we enroll more children, more children.
Right.
If you,
Right.
I receive a lot of calls during the day. Oh, these children are this. I say, okay, can you create Gmail accounts for them? They do that, then I begin to register them because one global movement, as we know, this is
Yeah.
our platform here. We will
Yeah.
see, okay, children, how many children? 100 in United States, 100 in Canada, 100 in Cameroon, 100 in this country. We begin to shift those
Yeah. Yeah.
apples to
Yeah.
really activate those accounts. So we are building generational wealth for our children. Because if they don't have something to hang on, guess what? They will be fooled all the time. Peer pressure, negative peer pressure. So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Unpassive can help our young people because it provides a safe, inclusive space to explore talents and gifts to make an impact on the world. That is so true, Yvonne. Thank you so much. And then did I read the effects of such behaviors can decrease self-confidence, self-worth, and distancing from family members. Oh, exactly so, Melanie. Thank you so much.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
then
Yes.
when your child will come home, they prop into their room, they shut the door. You go out,
Yeah. Yeah.
leave me
Yeah.
alone, leave me
Yes.
alone.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and now you begin to wonder, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong.
No.
We did
No.
not put the tools in place, not
Mm.
because you don't love your child, because you did not know.
You just
Let's
didn't
do
know.
this together. That's why I always say together. We
Mhm.
cannot do this alone. If you are
Yeah.
a parent, even if you're not a parent, you have children in your community, you
Yeah.
owe the responsibility to be here so that we can help these children together. Not to
Yes.
help these children is a crime against humanity. We
It
need to
is.
help these children, and we have been so given the best tools in the world to do so. Hello, Henry. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for saying hello. Thanks, ladies. Children need to find their purpose. We should encourage to find their way and go in the right direction. Bless you all. You go see. What is this? You go.
You got this. You
You
got
got
this.
it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Henry. That's
so much.
great.
Come again, Henry. We love you and we appreciate your contribution to children. We are here about children and nothing else. We are about
Thank you,
children.
Henry.
And then
That's
one
great.
global
Yeah.
movement brings up these topics to help you make good choices in life and see you through to the end. And what we want from you is listening ears and act in accordance to the advice and guidance. And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Esther, because that's what we are striving to do here and directing these children according to how we know. And if we don't know, we will teach one another. That's why we are here. There is
Yeah.
nobody that knows it all here. And I always say this one global movement is not for Mundih, it's for all of us. You have the right and responsibility to come and express something here, so long as it is positive for the children. It's
Yeah.
not for me. I'm just a servant, serving
Yeah.
here, helping,
Yeah.
so that we could move somewhere. So we have, did I miss any new person? Saraswati is here. Thank you, Saraswati, for being here again today. We highly appreciate you. and
I don't know
Juanita.
if you've ever seen Juanita Slack. Have you seen her before?
Juanita. Oh, it looks like something is ringing a bell, but if not, Juanita, we thank you so much for being here today. And on Passive, we are the first global on Passive family built upon the foundation of Obless. So we thank you so much for being here. Come again, Juanita. Let's encourage parents, our young people, to attend. If they cannot, if they're in school or they're learning something, we'll let them be, but they can always go on YouTube and do the same there. Thank you for
Yeah.
commenting and contributing today, folks. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you all. If I miss any person, especially new people, please excuse me. It's not by design, but I know that you all love children. That's why you are here. But what are you doing? How are you contributing? Say something. Come to the panel. If you don't come to the panel, I also know you're contributing a lot in the chat, but let us occupy this panel. It shouldn't be the same faces all the time. You can come, jump on here and say something. John Barilla is there. He can give you the link. All of us are here. We can give you the link. But thank you guys so much. Tomorrow is another day. I was going to announce the topic for tomorrow, but I'm not sure if Melanie is done with it. But we have another beautiful, always beautiful topics that will contribute to building our children so that they can live a happy, loving, caring, and a life full of contribution. And we have it here in Onpassive because we are here because of Onpassive. And we know that is the best place to be for our children and all of us. So thank you guys so much. Can I give the closing remarks or somebody has anything?
No, it's down in the chat. Nothing else.
You
Oh,
did?
okay.
Yeah, you did excellent. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. Come again tomorrow. Encourage, bring one or two people. Let us flood the children of the world with what we have, the love that we have. Let us take it to all these children. We need more people so that we can begin to create children ambassadors in every country in the world. And then we move forward to really reach these children quickly, before they hurt themselves or before they lose hope or before somebody puts negative pressure on them. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And remember this, always stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities. Thank you guys so much, and I love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks for
Bye.
coming. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.